Thanks so much. I'm really honored to be here with you. I love blues music. I started playing it when I was a teenager, and all of a sudden I kind of blinked my eyes and looked in the mirror and said, I look like my own grandpa. And still playing the same kind of guitar that I craved back then. Hopefully gotten better and deeper with it. Maybe, maybe not. You be the judge. I'm going to take an opportunity here. About a year ago, I was playing in Italy with an Italian band, and I got to be good friends with them. I got to be kind of like I'll go around the world by myself and meet a blues band in another country and do shows with them. Not rehearse with them, just say, follow me. It's very easy to lead a blues band with a guitar. And I started doing that more and more in the last few years. It's been kind of like an adventure, like a blind date a little bit. You don't know how it's going to work out, but you do your best anyway. And sometimes it works out really well. I'm going to play a song for you in the style of Muddy Waters' slide guitar. I spent 7 years in his band on his right side, where I could just watch how he was playing it really close, and he put me there deliberately so I could learn it. That was, I was just talking with the gentleman back there about what a great resource the internet is for learning music. You can start by Googling blues and end up on YouTube for 7 weeks or so, so they drag you away from the computer. But I had the opportunity to learn the way they did in the Middle Ages, which is like an apprentice from a master. I started playing blues, and I really wanted to play the old style Chicago blues that came out about when I was born. I don't know why I have an affinity for that music, but I really love it. And I started playing it in local bands in the Boston area, and we opened for Muddy Waters a couple of times. He was my favorite musician, and I got to be friends with him. And then when he had fired somebody, I was the next guitar player he saw, and he gave me an opportunity that would put me on the road I still ride. Now that was certainly a lucky break, if there ever was one, but I was in the right place at the right time, but I also was quite ready to give my life to it. I knew I could see at the age of, I was 23 at that time, I think, maybe 24, I could see everything that was gonna happen. I realized that if I wanted to learn about blues music, I better take this gig, and I better do the very best I could do with it. I tried to be helpful to Muddy off stage and give him what he wanted on the stage. And here's the punchline to this little story. He paid me to do that. Sometimes it was like $200 a week. Of course, that's like about $1,000 now. Let me play you a song that I wrote on the way to the funeral of a great musician who had the job that I had when I was in Muddy's band, but had it in the early 50s and knew Muddy since the early 40s. This is a great Chicago blues musician named Jimmy Rogers, and he passed away in 1997. And I was flying to his funeral, and as my plane came over Lake Michigan into Chicago, I got an idea for a song, and we passed on the land, and we're headed to land at Midway Airport, and I wrote it on a napkin before we even landed. I'm going to play you the song right now. I also recorded this song one time. I've recorded it a few times, but one time right down the road in Salina at the Blues from the Crossroads. In about 2002 I played there, and Jimmy Rogers' son, James Lane Jr. used to live in that area there, and we recorded it together, which was appropriate for me because I'd written it for his dad. We recorded it on that stage in Salina with a big picture of Jimmy Rogers right between us. I'm going to play this song, and I'm going to take the opportunity to do it with somebody that I met last year, although I'd heard his music before, but he lives right in town here. We played together in Italy last year with his band. This is Dustin Arbuckle, your neighbor. And I'm going to stop talking for a minute. Hi. Are those all your pedals?
No.
No. I don't have any either. Yeah, I've got this guitar, which is one of the early ones. It's from about 1951 or so, or parts of it are, or else I couldn't afford it. But it kind of feels good to me, and it calls me every time I go out, and it says, "Bob, take me. Don't take the brown one, don't take the gold one, take me." And so I do. Yeah, that's the only one I know.
All right.
If I'm not playing an E, then I have to put a capo on it. Chicago blues all around. Going to Chicago, Chicago blues all around. But there's one less guitar playing. Oh, another blues man has gone down. Death was hungry this year. He took more than his share. Death was hungry this year. He took more than his share. Yeah, and he took my spirit too. I didn't have none to spare. Who's gonna help me now? Don't hold nothing back, tell them everything. He played it deep. And those of you that are students of music or just appreciate it, you will notice this incredible thing that he did, which so few harmonica players do. He took it out of his mouth for a minute and actually listened to what was going on before he played the next thing. You ever get in a conversation with somebody that just keeps talking until they're finished and then walks away from you? Well, guitar players, harmonica players, piano players, some of them just don't stop for a second. And I like it better when this music is a conversation, and I also think you're entitled to your own opinion.